Obviously, you guys go to West Virginia Saturday, and you come back, and you guys got some, I don't know, I want to say winnable games. How important is Saturday's game?
Very, very important. It shows a lot with us going against another ranked opponent again, and definitely in our conference for, how things play out for us. I think it's just an important game all around because West Virginia is just that game to us it always means a lot, especially when we go there. Especially last year when we got a big win there. So it's always fun to win there, and we always got to be focused going in there. So it's exciting, but we got to be really locked in this week.
Do you feel like you guys have been? Has it been a good week, especially after that result on Tuesday night?
Yeah. It was starting that off, and practice today. Looking forward to just being focused and really locking into this game, knowing that this is one of our biggest games probably of the season. Moving forward and telling our February and March. So I think this is a pivotal game. So I think everyone's going to be locked in and focused.
Do you feel like this game gives you a chance to kind of prove who you guys are now? Obviously you were something in the beginning of the season, and then you hit January and you were something else. And so is this kind of that mark game where you can show people what you are?
Yeah, definitely. A big opponent, a big matchup on a big stage, I think is what we play for here at Kansas. And I think we have a lot to show our fans and, the people that support us game in and game out that we're still here to fight and still here to carry on this Kansas name.
Hey, Och, what have you seen from West Virginia? Obviously, you guys played them in December. Oscar Tshiebwe was on the team at the time. He's not on the team anymore. What have you seen from them without Tshiebwe, and how they've been able to play without him?
They've switched to 4-round-1, playing around Culver. Different look defensively, offensively for them. So it's going to be a different game than it was here. Lawrence, they also played us in zone. So there's a lot of different aspects in that game that are going to be different this time around when we play them, and especially playing them at home. They do different things, maybe press and all that. So we're just going to be preparing for all their stuff that they have and preparing ourselves too.
Also, how did it feel? You got a few shots to fall on Tuesday night against Kansas State. How'd that feel?
Felt good. Just felt good to be, back in the rhythm of things. Seeing the ball go in, teammates seeing the ball go in. A lot of guys just, getting confidence back, getting flowing again. So,
do you have a favorite spot on the floor that's just kind of like your sweet spot to shoot?
I wouldn't say a favorite spot. I'd say any of the corners I feel most comfortable shooting from. So I'd say that.
Ochai, how important has coach been in regards to your development as a shooter, and not just technique and stuff like that, but, I'm thinking after Tennessee the other day, he said all your shots look good. He believed you still had confidence. You took 3 threes on that one possession, and he was happy with that. How big has that been for you to have him, continuing to have your back like that and say you are the shooter he wants you to be?
Yeah, it just shows how much he trusts me, with my ability to shoot the ball and score the ball. Not really putting a lot of pressure on me to make shots, but, just to play how I always play and how he knows I have to, or how he knows I have to play in these situations, and just hitting shots and being confident about my game. So,
do you feel like a shooter? That's your stats show that, right? But you were always throughout your high school career and even early at KU, an athlete, a guy who could play any style. Do you feel like you've evolved in that way and are more of a pure shooter now, or does it matter to you?
It doesn't really matter to me. I'd still say I'm just an athlete scorer. just anything getting done or anything, but the shooting came along, or has come along with my years here. So just that is kind of, I see it as a plus with everything else, but not taking away or going away from my game that I usually know that I play.
Hey, Ochai, what's gone well for David McCormack specifically the last couple weeks?
I'd say just when we, giving him more looks, and actually, him being more comfortable in the post, playing inside and out when, he does feel other guys are trapping in or, sucking in, he's playing out to the shooters and finding us. So I think, he's just being more comfortable down there, and we're trusting him more, to make those plays and make those strong inside moves. So.
Now that students are back on campus for spring semester, does it feel less like a zombie apocalypse?
I mean, over winter break, it was kind of dead. I mean, it usually always is when we're here by ourselves. But having the students back, having that little bit more energy at the games, everyone's walking around on campus, seeing that I think is a little bit better than seeing nothing and nobody at all. So I say that.
Ochai, the first West Virginia game, you guys had your best 3-point outing. Can you do that again, or how can you do that similar?
I mean, just really going to the game, not thinking too much and really playing freely like we did when we played them here at home. Also, they played us in zone. I don't see them doing that this time again, but them playing us in zone, us getting a lot of open shots and knocking them down. We were just hot that night, but seeing if we could be hot again for this game there, but it's going to be a battle.
Hey, what'd you like out of Jalen the other night against K-State?
I mean, he was aggressive, looking for his shot, but also, playing under control and, looking for other guys too. Also when, he drove and guys sucked in and all that, making right plays for other teammates, I think was good. And just his intensity on defense too, I think, really locking in a lot of guys, focused in and locking in on defense and making them play bad more than anything. And I thought that's what he did well.
The last 2 games, you guys have done a really great job at valuing the basketball. Very few turnovers. What do you attribute that to?
I really just say, making sure we at least get a shot every possession. Offensively, there's times where we'll turn the ball over, on unnecessary plays that, we need to convert on. And I think that's kind of stuck with us. And we just, need to continue, taking care of the ball and being smart with it. So.
Ochai, you guys keep talking about, it starts on defense and locking in on that end to kind of move forward. Do you have any feel for where you guys are, if the offense is a bigger strength right now, or if the defense is, or how do you look at that?
I look at it more as just defensively, just having more activity. Playing that way, I think, brings more energy to the game and to the offensive end naturally, I think. So if we, everyone's mindset is locked in on making them play bad and, coming out aggressively defensively, I think everything will fall in place and fall in order offensively, and we don't really need to worry about things like that. So
it's a question that Coach has been asked a lot over the years, and a lot of his teams and players have been asked this too. If you had a game on the line, would you rather you guys be on offense or defense right now? Do you have a feel for that?
I'd rather us be on defense. I think I'd always pick defense over offense all the time, just because I think, I trust my guys to be willing to get a stop at game point. So.
All right. Thank you, Ochai.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys.